10 most dangerous things people say about stocks. When I rebound to 10, I'll sell. Somebody buys a stock at 10 and it falls to 6. They say, if it gets back to 10, I'll sell. Now, I think the math, 4 and 6, I can handle this level of math. I think that's about a 66% return. You ought to buy it. If you think it's going back to 10, you ought to buy the hell out of the damn thing. But they think if it gets back to 10, I'll sell. Now, what you ought to do is never put down a round number, because I think for the next 26 years, the stock will go between 5 and 9 1/4. It'll never get to 10. So maybe put 9 1/8 or 8 3/4. But just saying the stock, if it gets back what I paid for it, this is a very important rule. This is one of the key rules. The stock doesn't know you own it. Remember that. You could be a miserable person. You could have, never helped anybody, never done anything right, had 67 spouses, never done anything right. If you own Coca-Cola the last 50 years, it's gone up 300-fold. You could be the greatest human in the world, help Special Olympics, help the mentally challenged, help poor people, help AIDS people. If you own Bethlehem Steel, it's lower than it was 30 years ago. It's not your fault. Don't take this personal. But people treat stocks sometimes like a grandchildren or a puppy. I mean, they think the stock knows who you are. It doesn't work that way. I don't have to worry. I own conservative stocks. I remember when Con Ed fell 80%, then tripled. Public Service Indiana went down 90%. Gulf States Utilities, Long Island Lighting. This may be an oxymoron. We had Quality Texas Banks that went to zero. We had Quality New England Banks that went to zero. These were companies that have been around for 150 years, 120 years. Saying I own conservative stocks, I don't have to worry. And I've seen a lot of people, they'll inherit a stock from somebody. They'll say, my mother said on her deathbed, don't sell the Long Island Lighting. You always wondered, she's going to heaven, or hopefully where she's going to heaven. They talk about a Little League game or a vacation or a game of hearts they had. Or imagine talking on your deathbed about Long Island Lighting. And you say, but you get these stories all the time. And I think your mother would have noticed, she wouldn't have sold at 29, but she would have noticed they had this little plant that was about $6 billion over budget. No one wanted it and wasn't working, and Long Island stopped growing. So maybe she would have turfed it at 22 or got out at 18. She wouldn't have let it go to 4. So just because you inherit some stock and it's so-called conservative, like Eastman Kodak fell 75%, IBM fell 75%, don't tell anybody you own a conservative stock. Companies are very dynamic. I don't buy that argument.